So here's what I remember about that night. I found out my sister was raped and I was being guilt tripped for not being there, and a bunch of other stuff from my dad. That night I went out. I drank really heavily in a half an hour. I left and some Spanish guy came following me hollering, "Hey, you're beautiful. Hey, you're beautiful." I stopped, tried talking to him. He didn't speak any English. I spoke very, very little Spanish. And I told him that to the best of my ability. I remember downloading an app to talk to him. I remember telling him that I was out looking for my fiance, who up and disappeared. I remember telling him I wanted to get laid. I remember going inside. I had to use the toilet. I told him I had to go to the toilet. And he told me I can come in. He got undressed. He put his dick in my mouth. I don't remember much other than when I came to. I remember him trying to lock me in, forcing me to give him head, etc. He had taken my phone. We had shared a dance, a moment. The next time that I seen him, he was with his friends. And they would put their hands down my pants at the bar, even though I told them no. And I was being shy and told them to fuck off, pretty much. Well, people were laughing at me because they were putting their hands down my pants. They continued to harass me. The one guy followed me outside. He was saying some stuff in Spanish. All I could understand was him apologizing. And then I said, "See, I forgive you." And he asked, "Really?" And then he tried forcing me to leave with him. I did not. I told him before I even go anywhere, I had to tell my girlfriend that I was supposed to be meeting at the bar. I went to the bathroom. She wasn't there, so I left and messaged her. And the next time I seen him, similar stuff. Him constantly trying to force me to do stuff with him. I turned him down repeatedly. Told him I was with my girlfriend. "Not right now. I'm busy. I'm not interested." And he continued to harass me, force himself onto me. And in the midst of all this, after I woke up 4 times in the emergency room, they told me that they found drugs in my system, and I was not even doing any drugs. I wasn't even doing store-bought THC. I wasn't even doing any form of marijuana. I was against all that shit. Still am, depending on what you're using it for. Like, for instance, you buy drugs and you're just using it to get high and shit. No. Now, if you're getting stuff because you can't get it from your doctor, or they're telling you no, they don't want to give you pain medication for, say, pain that you have, and you use 0.2, 0.4% cocaine, for instance, for pain, not even that frequently. That's what I did after being raped, being harassed. And then after about a year down the road, I met my fiance that I have now. My ex-fiance, I found out that he was in jail for pretty much molesting and raping a minor. And sleeping with people with alcohol in their system when he's not supposed to be, etc. on that. But my point is, when I met my partner that I have now, they started harassing me again once I started going to his place. They were threatening to rape me again. Rubbing in my face how they got away with rape. And etc. For months, years even. Me and Nate have been together for 3-4 years. And the whole time, almost, they've done nothing but harass me. That and try to get away with drugging me some more. And doing nothing but harassing me, threatening to rape me again, etc., etc., etc. And when they realized that I was pregnant with my partner's baby, they were threatening to kill my baby. Hell, they were stalking me on the way to meet my partner at his work one night when I got done at Walmart. They followed me. And they tried cutting me off on the trail behind Goodwill and stuff. They were waiting right there for me. And they were saying how they were going to mug me and a bunch of other stuff if I tried coming up. And they already did that. Beat me to the point where I was unconscious back before I met Nate. And left me in the swamp behind WIDC back when it was WIDC. They had welts on it. I couldn't even stand on it. My ass was bruised. My stomach had 2 punch marks. And my side was bruised. And people were coming up to me saying how I'm supposed to be so-and-so, calling me some stripper name when I repeatedly told them that that's not me. That's never been me. My name is Rebecca Hurt. And so-and-so. And in the midst of all this, back when I had a relationship with Andy, an ex-friend and my ex-boyfriend were telling their friend to say that you need to get laid and a bunch of other stuff. And I told him good for him. And I refrained from calling him a rapist. And they were spreading a bunch of stuff around the bar. Come to find out that's partially to mostly why I was being fucking harassed. Not mentioning raped. When me and my partner lived in the duplex that we lived in, someone broke in, raped me while I was unconscious. Him and I had drank that night, and at that time I was going to bed naked. Because that's how I slept, was naked. And we just got done having sex. Prior to that, before the alcohol started kicking in. And I wake up to someone putting their dick inside my ass, and I barely wake up from pain. I didn't wake up moaning. I woke up in pain, whimpering. And then the next thing I know, the person opens and shuts the door. I'm thinking it's my partner. I get up, really drunkenly, almost silver-like from being raped, thinking I'm going to have a conversation with him when he gets back. And he's still out there, and he asked me what I was doing, and I said nothing. And then I tried turning it in the following day, and when the person came back and broke in and stole stuff, we tried turning that stuff in. Nothing happened. The cops wouldn't do anything. They did nothing for all of this. The only thing they'd say about them rubbing in my face how they got away with rape and threatening to rape me again is it's freedom of fucking speech. Well, my freedom of speech, people don't like it because I refuse to stay quiet about it. And I tried explaining this to my partner's parents a little bit. And then what I have been hearing lately. And they go off, forcing me into a mental institution when they couldn't force their own son into a mental institution, trying to say that he has a personality disorder, when he doesn't. And they were threatening to take my kids prior to that, which they have done now. And because of all this, they have taken my children, forced me to take medication I don't need based off of what my partner's parents have said. And because I said that my partner used to have lighter hair, brown eyes, a little bit of a different personality, and oh yeah, he was not my partner. Because at the time of his parents forcing me into the mental institution, it was pretty much over. He would not give my family the time of day for them to come and get my stuff. We eventually worked it out, although our relationship has been different ever since. Definitely not as strong because of his parents and because of everything else, which they're trying to say is made up, a lie, and all in my head.